G'day guys, hope all is well. Alright, let's have a quick look through the top 10. I'm focusing on the top 10 because the markets are a little bit choppy, and where there have been some trends, it's been basically better for trading the lower time frames. And let's be honest, it's not been the greatest week for trading. Let me take you through the week that has been. Of course, we saw a little bit up, a little bit up, a little bit down. I mean, look at these figures. 0.2, 0.4, down 0.9, up 0.4. Then we saw it dip down 3.7%. Saw some momentum starting to come in. And then immediately after we saw us go into a downtrend, which I'll show you in just a second, we went bip, straight back up and ruined that. So it's been a tricky consolidation week with very little in the way of good opportunities. There's been a couple there, but it's been a bit illiquid is probably the best way to say it. If I show it to you on the 4 hour here, you'll actually get to see what I'm talking about when I refer to the trend and how sloppy it's been. I mean, this has basically been our week through here, right? Very, very unsteady. So here's what we saw: a higher low to a higher high, uptrend, yay! Then as soon as that happened, bam, straight back down to a lower low. So we're faced with a higher high based on this trend, and then a lower low. Then we went up to here. Oh, is this going to be, what's it going to be? Oh, we dropped to a lower low. Okay, well now we're in a downtrend. Nope, whack, back up, lower low, higher high. And every time we go into a trend, we're rolling back out of it just as soon as we go into it, which has made it a little bit more tricky to capture any moves on the higher time frames for most of the pairs out there. So Bitcoin right now, if I come down to the 1 hour, you'll also see we are consolidating. Where to from here? I don't know. I don't trade during these sorts of ranges. It's just too messy. It's too tricky. I want this nice flow through, and you'll see, look, pull back into that cradle zone, which we covered in the part 2 part 2 of the FTX 4-part series. So, and the next one, by the way, just so you're all very aware, the link is below, by the way. Register yourself. You should have already done that. But the third installment is going to be a live webinar only. Okay, it will not be recorded. I don't want you to think to yourself, oh, I'll just come in and watch the recording. No, it's live. You will be having to come through and get the course, the strategy, live. Got that? Good. Moving on. So yeah, nice pullback in, and then it's just been really, really sloppy. So across the rest of the market, let's have a look at what's been going on. Interestingly, this week, Ethereum, or the week before, look, when Ethereum goes up, when Bitcoin's been going up, Ethereum's been going up at a heck of a lot more rate of knots. 20% the other week. We saw 13% the other day. And if we can break above this region here, we'll actually have a higher low and then a higher high on that daily. But what have we got lower? Do we have anything at all? We've got some resistance coming in around here, so I'm going to just mark that in. Nothing to work with just yet. Maybe a breakthrough and a pullback, or maybe a little breakout there. But at the moment, not interested at all. XRP, another one here. Very messy. Look, very, very messy all over the shop. I don't mind if we push above this level and get that higher high. But for me, both of these, I'll take them out of the watch list because I don't think they're very good at the moment. Bitcoin Cash, also very much in the same sort of vein. BSV, very similar there as well. Just not good trends here, guys. As we move through, you'll see it's very difficult to find good trends until we get to Binance. Now, this was a trade that I was still in, but I got back here as a cradle, back at this time here. Okay. Stops now moved up into this region here, and it's obviously a nice profit. Now, what do I do here? Well, let's go back to the 4. We've pushed to new highs, all right? We've come out of that consolidation, but only just. It's the lower time frames I need to be looking at here, and I need to be very, very careful as to how I'm going to play this out. Still a little early. A pullback into this region in here with a little bit of, not really that much to work with, but a little pullback in there on Binance could be worthwhile. But as I say, it's a little bit, I'm hoping to see some more follow through. And what I mean by follow through is higher high, higher low, higher high, pull back in. I just want to see that cyclicity come back so that I can see these markets become much more tradable in the early stages of next week. So if I just jump down to the 15-minute, you can see Bitcoin, look, I'm going to leave that. It's just too choppy, up, down, all around, not interested at all. Very similar here on Ethereum, up, down, all around, not much interest. XRP, the same. Look at this. These are not the sorts of trends that I want to be working with. There's a time to trade. Binance, the best by a long way. There's a time to trade, and there's a time to sit out and be patient. So what else is on my list? Well, Link's been moving quite well. It has been performing quite well. If you look at the daily chart, let's have a look. This uptrend has stayed in motion. A break above this daily candle Could really see that momentum carry through for quite some time. Again, is the lower time frame something that I'm really interested in? Well, you get a little bit of movement there, but again, these big ugly candles, not really what I'm all that keen on. And I had Tezos in here as well. This trend's been doing quite well also. Where are we? Down here. But I need to see a little bit more carry through. So look, from my perspective right now, ladies and gentlemen, I will say it again, there is a time to trade and be very active. That's when you're going to make your money, all right? There's also times and periods in the market where, do you really want to be having a go? Or are you best off just going, okay, well, I'll do something else today and I'll come back in 4 or 5 hours and just see if anything's actually eventuated. Now, I got up this morning and had a look and I thought, no. Now, it's starting to trickle to the upside ever so slowly. Maybe later on this evening could be a really, really good time on those lower time frames. But for the time being, I'm going to be sitting back and waiting for the opportunities, waiting for the 3 strategies that I use to attack the market with, because when the conditions are not ripe, I'd rather you keep your money and wait until the good times come. Have a great day, guys. Be an interesting week to come. Hopefully we do see a push through, a follow through of buys continue, and we get some really good conditions setting up for tomorrow and into early next week. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see you Tuesday 3 p.m. for the full scan, and then once again we're back on Thursday night or Thursday afternoon at 4 p.m. for part 3, which is the Cradle strategy with full checklists. Guys, take care. Bye for now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.